Hello you lovely lot, it's Adam here and welcome back to Pause Games. Okay, in this video today we are again taking a look at Planet Coaster 2, and specifically in this one we are going to take a look at 10 things you might have missed in the screenshots from Planet Coaster 2. So if you go on to enjoy this video, don't forget to like down below and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all of the latest Planet Coaster 2 goodness. We're going to have all the information as it's released. We're going to delve deep into all of the screenshots, all of the trailers, all of the demo footage and everything else in between as we run up to the fall 2024 release of Planet Coaster 2. Right, let's get into today's video and let's start with number 10. Okay, we begin with this lovely screenshot showing us a brand new coaster. Now this coaster is a very similar model, if not the same model, of the recent surf coaster that has recently opened in SeaWorld Orlando. But that is not the thing that we are going to be talking about. Yes, you've seen a new coaster type, wonderful, but did you notice the texture on the coaster train? Now in the other video we posted yesterday where we did a top 10 from the trailer, if you've not already seen that, go and have a watch, you might learn something. Anyway, so back to this coaster. The texture, that flowery pink texture that's on there, that is customizable. Now you might not realise this, but it's going to be customizable, which means we are going to be able to theme the coaster trains even more than ever with their textures. So it doesn't matter what area of the park you put them in, we can make them fit. And not only that, as we mentioned in the other video, you'll also be able to put theming on these coaster trains as well. But yeah, like I said, a bit subtle, but that texture is customizable. So that's going to be something fun to play with when this game releases. Okay, in number 9, we're going to take a look at this big piece of key art. One thing I will mention briefly, we've got a couple of things on this list from this image. Yes, it is a key art, but to me it does still look like it's in-game. Previous key arts from Planet Coaster, Planet Zoo, certain bits you may argue were not in-game shots, but I think this is. So until I'm proven otherwise, we're going with it. So the first thing that we are going to take a look at from this, if you may have missed it, you may have seen it, I don't know, but I didn't see it straight away. Over here on the right hand side, you can see a Gulpy shop, but it looks like it's on the back of a car. Now this isn't the usual Gulpy shop that was in the previous game. This to me looks like more of a portable kiosk, which again is something brand new. The sides are open. Whether the actual car piece is part of the building or that's just a bit of theming added on, I don't know. But the fact that we've got these new kiosks that hopefully we've been able to pop around the park is wonderful. And it's something you do get in most parks. Think about Disney World, for example, or any of the Disney parks. You have numerous popcorn locations around the park, loads of places where you can pick up the Mickey Premium bars. They just pop up everywhere. So yeah, excellent to see that this is going to be, hopefully, in the game. Right, staying with this key art here at number 8, we're going to talk about Neptune. Well, I think it's Neptune. Have a look at this, and the right-hand side here in the background. That to me looks like a Neptune statue, if I'm not mistaken. Certainly some kind of Greek statue theme thing. And we know that there are some new themes that are coming to the Planet Coaster 2 game, which are Mythology, Resort, Aquatic and Viking. So I would hazard a guess that this is the first piece we can see from Mythology. Like I said before, we need to take this key art with maybe a pinch of salt. However, the fact that it's there, it must exist as a feature in the game. So yeah, did you notice it? A bit of a Greek god hovering around in the background. Okay, number 7 on the list. This is a little cheeky fun one, and it's something which I actually don't think I knew, unless I'm just completely misremembering. It has been quite a few years. Did you know that King Coaster's shoes are roller coaster trains? Because I didn't. I mean, you could even argue it's a Dodgem, I don't know, but to me it looks like a roller coaster car. But yeah, look at that, I've never noticed it before. I feel like I need to go back to Planet Coaster 1 and just check that I'm not losing my mind. But yeah, look at that, something I've never noticed before. King Coaster, he's got roller coasters on his feet. How exciting. And I love those shiny, shiny gold trousers he's rocking. Excellent work. Right then, let's move on to number 6, and we're going to talk about this screenshot here with the flat ride front and centre. Now again, a new type of ride, but that's not what we're looking at. Have you noticed down at the bottom, there is what seems to be a theming piece embedded into the flat ride. That to me looks like a rubber ring from one of the slides, which, as we do know, it is something now in the game which we are going to be able to add theming to rides, coaster cars, etc. That will animate and interact as the ride is in its motion. But did you notice it here on this screenshot? Because there it is. There's a nice big ring there at the bottom of the screen. Okay, number 5 on my list today, and it's this lovely screenshot here showing a pool, a little bit of scenery, and also this slide down the bottom. Now, the thing that I have noticed from this screenshot, and it's such a subtle thing that no one will even care about, but to me, I really like it because as I mentioned in previous videos, my real life is I work in water parks, in a water park, so I kind of know them quite well. Now, here's the thing that I really like about this. Let's have a zoom in, everyone. Enhance. Look down there on the side of the slide. You can see watermarks. Now, you might think, oh, who cares? But that's really good detail to me, the fact that there are watermarks there on the slide, because that's what you would get from splashes coming up from the water. Now, this could be one of two things. The really excited part of me thinks that this means that the actual water in the game is going to have a bit of physics to it, and those splashes are real and will splash up as one of the peeps goes by. Or, and the more likely option, it's just a piece of detail that they've added onto the texture of the slide. Either way, it's a wonderful little touch, and I think that just shows the extra level of detail that they're going to add, or have added, into this sequel to Planet Coaster. Really good, that one. Love that. Okay, number 4, and we're going to stick with the same screenshot for now. And this is something we did mention in the previous video when we looked at the trailer. But this, again, just gives us a good indication of the new pathing tools. There's this screenshot and also another one, which I'll show you, where you can see a good example of the new freeform paths. Now, obviously, we don't know how they're going to work yet, but from what we understand, the spline-based pathing has gone, and this new game will give us the ability to basically paste paths anywhere we want, and that can kind of be seen here, that this whole floor area is one big path, and some of these shapes and directions and things would be impossible in Planet Coaster. So did you spot it? It's here in this screenshot, and like I said, in a couple of others you can kind of see that pathing has had a massive upgrade. Okay, number 3 on the list, and we're going to talk about this screenshot right here. And this is quite a big overview. Now, there's loads of little pieces and bits and bobs in here. But the thing that I'm going to focus on is over on the left-hand side. And that is the fact that you can see a lovely lazy river. So this obviously is something you may have missed, you may have seen, I don't know, but I only just saw it. It gives us a good indication that we're going to be able to do very thin and very custom-shaped pools, which kind of goes without saying. However, it's one of those things which they might not have done. They could have just put square pools in, circular pools, wave pools, which I think we can also see in that screenshot. But this gives us a great indication that we can do lazy rivers. Now, why am I putting this on the list? Because that opens up another avenue to theme parks. Certain rides around the world, and it's quite a niche, this, and bear with me, as long as we can get current in these lazy rivers, which is what I'm hoping, we can put a couple of jets in there and push the water around, and so peeps can go in a certain direction, you could make a lazy river dark ride. Now bear with me, I know, mental idea. It's something that I've been wanting to do for years and years in real life, and just not been able to. I think there are a few out there, certainly on the Disney cruise ships. The lift hills, if that's what you want to call them, on the Master Blasters or whatever they call them, the aqueducts, I can't remember what they call them, has a sort of dark ride section to it. And I'm pretty sure there are a few other lazy rivers around the world that have sort of underwater themes. And I think there's one at Rulantica in Europa Park where there's a bit of a dark ride scene in there. So yeah, just something you may miss. It's something that gets my mind going, that, like I said, we could maybe do dark rides in the water. Who knows? We'll see, but it's exciting. Right then, so number 2 on the list is this nice close-up image of just 2 peeps hanging around, having fun in the water. But let's look into the blurriness of the background towards the left-hand side. And you can see staircase. Now, if anyone out there has ever tried to make a staircase like this in Planet Coaster 1, you'll know it's an absolute nightmare. But here in Planet Coaster 2, it seems like we can make pretty good vertical staircases. Now again, makes perfect sense for the slides, But also, think of the use case this could be for big buildings, hotels and that sort of thing, or dark rides, where we can add a little bit of realism and add emergency exit staircases and that sort of thing. So again, a new a little subtle thing, but it adds another element of realism and something else that was missing from Planet Coaster 1. So yeah, loads of things I can think about to use for those staircases. Excellent. And finally, number 1 on the list brings us back to the lovely key art right here, which gives us a good summary of how this game is going to look. And doesn't it look brilliant, everyone? But yeah, anyway, number 1 on the list, we're going to talk about Viva right here. Now, again, correct me if I'm wrong, everyone, but I don't remember there being a Viva in the original game. And if we look a little bit closely, again, enhance, everyone. There we go. It says Viva la Vegan. So yeah, excellent. We've got vegan options in the park. Are we going to have gluten-free options? Are there going to be other dietary requirements? And the other thing, again, I'm trying to link all my points here to something else that could be in the game. Does that mean we're going to have any focus on disabilities or accessibility, that sort of thing? And I know it's a bit of a tangent between vegan and accessibility, but you see where my mind goes. Is it going to open up options in the second game for that sort of thing? Because I think that'd be quite good if we can start putting in, or at least start thinking about access for that sort of thing. But regardless, it's good to see more options. And also, it kind of hints towards the fact that there's probably going to be a few more food options as well. I can't imagine they're going to put a brand new game out with just the one. So yeah, that is my number 1 on this list. Okay, everyone, I hope you've enjoyed that little countdown of my top 10 things you might have missed in these screenshots. Now, you might be sat there thinking, I saw all those. Or you might be sat there thinking, you've missed all the good ones. Now, let me know in the comments down below. Have I missed something juicy? Have you seen something that I've not seen yet? I don't know. You let me know. Tell me. Let's have a discussion. Let's have a chat. Let's have a little bit of a conflab down in the description, and we can sort this thing out together, can't we, eh? So anyway, thank you ever so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and we're going to have loads more content coming up. And it's not just going to be top 10s. I'm not just trying to tick that YouTube thing. However, the top 10s do help quite a lot. But I'm just trying to get back into it with some videos that are nice and quick and concise, that can get us sort of the information we need. There's no point in me sitting here going through, here's a screenshot number 1, look, blah, blah, blah. You can look at that anyway. You can go find them, the information's out there. All the people are covering them in more depth, so there's no point in me just rehashing. So that's why we're going to do a little bit different this time, rather than just the standard stuff. So if that's what you like, if that sounds good, give us a subscribe down below, and yeah, we'll keep posting stuff as and when they come. So obviously in a couple of weeks' time, we're going to have a bit more of a demo footage. Now, at the moment, we're not sure exactly what that's going to be. Is it going to be demo footage from Frontier? Are some of the selected influencers going to have access, and are they going to post this stuff? I don't know. As it stands right now, I am still not back in the influencer program in Frontier. Boo, I know, sad, but I have been away for 3 years, so it's to be expected. But regardless, we'll still cover everything as and when it is released. And also, the fact I'm not back in the influencer program yet means I can be a bit more honest. So at least you'll have a bit of honesty from me. But anyway, thank you for watching. There'll be more videos coming in the next couple of days, and we might even venture back into Planet Coaster 1 to visit some of our old parks. How exciting. I'm excited actually, because I've not been in them for 4 years, 3 years, however long it is. So we can come on the journey together. Subscribe, that video will be out later on in the week. Anywho, cheers guys, thanks for watching, see you in the next one.